You know, Amelia, I was texting my friend yesterday and I found myself staring at the little symbols on my keyboard.
Really? Which ones? The emojis?
No, the punctuation marks. The comma, the period, the question mark. I was trying to decide if I sounded too excited or maybe too serious. It's crazy how much power those little dots and lines have, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. They are the traffic signals of language. Without them, we crash into each other. We get lost. We misunderstand the tone.
Exactly. I feel like punctuation is the unsung hero of English. If you get the vocabulary right but the punctuation wrong, the whole meaning can change.
That is so true. And that is exactly why we are here today. Welcome back to Learning English Studio, everyone. I'm Amelia, and I'm sitting here with my favorite co-host, James. How you doing today, James?
I'm doing wonderful, Amelia. Just happy to be here and talk about dots and lines. But seriously, this is a topic I wish I had learned better when I was starting out.
Same here. It makes such a difference in your writing, whether it's an email to a boss, an essay for school, or even just a thoughtful message to a friend. Good punctuation makes you look smart, organized, and clear.
And we all want to sound smart, right?
Yes, we want to sound clear and professional. So if you're listening right now and you have ever wondered, does a comma go here, or is this a semicolon or a weird wink? This episode is for you.
A weird wink. That is definitely a semicolon. But yes, we are going to break it all down today in a very simple, easy to understand way. No complicated jargon, I promise.
That sounds perfect. But before we dive into the world of periods and commas, I want to give a big welcome to all our listeners. We are so glad you chose to spend your time with us. If you are new here, welcome to the family.
And if you have been with us for a while, welcome back. You guys are amazing. And hey, if you're enjoying the show, please do us a huge favor. Tap that subscribe button and give us a like. It really helps us keep making these free lessons for you.
Yes, please. And share it with a friend who might be struggling with their English writing. Okay, James, are you ready to navigate the traffic signals of English?
I am ready. Let's hit the road.
Awesome. So let's start at the very beginning, the most basic, the most fundamental mark of them all, the period, or as some people call it, the full stop.
The period. It's just a small dot, but it carries a lot of weight. It tells the reader, stop. The idea is finished. Take a breath.
Exactly. It is the red light at an intersection. You have to stop. Without it, sentences run together in a big, messy blob. It's called a run-on sentence, and it is very tiring to read.
I hate reading run-on sentences. I feel like I'm running a marathon without any water stations.
That is a perfect description. You need water stations. You need periods. They give your reader a rest.
So we use a period at the end of a complete thought, a statement, like, I like coffee. Period. End of story.
Right, but we also use it in abbreviations, right? Like Mr. or Doctor or etc.
Yes, good point. Though in modern texting, people often drop the dots in abbreviations, but in formal writing, definitely use them.
So the golden rule for the period is one idea equals one period. Don't be afraid to stop. Short sentences are powerful.
I love that. Short sentences are powerful. Okay, moving on. What is the opposite of a period? Well, not exactly opposite, but the mark for excitement.
The exclamation mark.
Yes, the exclamation point. This is the fun one.
It's like a shout. It adds emotion, happiness, surprise, anger.
Right, but here's the trap. Many students use it too much.
Oh, I see this all the time. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Question, question, question. I am fine. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation.
Yes, if you use 5 exclamation marks, none of them mean anything. It looks like you're screaming at the reader.
It's like crying wolf. If you shout all the time, people stop listening.
Exactly. So the rule is use it sparingly. Save it for when you're genuinely excited or surprised. I won the lottery. Yes, use the exclamation mark. I am brushing my teeth. No exclamation mark needed.
Maybe, but in professional writing like business emails, try to avoid almost all exclamation marks. It can look a bit immature or too aggressive.
That is good advice. Keep it cool. Save the excitement for the party. Okay, what about when we ask a question?
The question mark, the hook.
I love that. The hook. It pulls the reader in.
It's simple. If you're asking for information, put a question mark at the end. How are you? Where is the station? What time is it?
But sometimes students get confused with indirect questions.
Ah, yes, that is a tricky one.
Right. If the sentence is a statement, but it contains a question inside, you don't use a question mark. For example, I wonder where he went.
Right. You're not asking, where did he go? You're saying, I wonder.
So it ends with a period. I wonder where he went. But if you ask, where did he go? Then you use the question mark.
It's about the structure of the sentence. Direct question gets the mark. Indirect thought gets a period.
Perfect. So far we have the period, the exclamation mark, and the question mark. These are the end of sentence marks.
The stop signs.
Yes. Now let's move inside the sentence. This is where things get interesting. Let's talk about the comma.
Oh, the comma, the most misunderstood punctuation mark in the world.
Definitely. People use it everywhere. They use it nowhere. It's a mystery.
So what is the job of the comma? It's not a full stop. It's more like a pause, a soft breath, a yield sign.
That is a beautiful way to put it. A yield sign. It slows the reader down to organize the information.
But we can't just put it wherever we take a breath. I hear that advice a lot. Put a comma where you breathe.
Oh, that is bad advice, because I might breathe differently than you do.
True. We need rules.
We do. Let's go through the main rules for the comma. Rule number 1 is using it for a list.
The list comma. Easy enough. I bought apples, oranges, and bananas.
Exactly. It separates the items so we don't get confused. I bought apples and oranges and bananas.
And there's the famous Oxford comma debate.
Oh, do we want to go there?
For our students, we can keep it simple. The Oxford comma is the comma before the and in a list. Some style guides say you must use it, some say don't.
I always tell my students to use it. It prevents confusion. For example, I'd like to thank my parents, Beyoncé, and God. Without the Oxford comma, it sounds like your parents are Beyoncé and God.
That would be amazing, but probably not true.
So use the Oxford comma. I'd like to thank my parents, Beyoncé, and God. Clear.
Okay, rule number 2 for commas, connecting two sentences.
Ah, yes, the fanboys rule. This is crucial.
Fanboys? Is that a boy band?
No, it is an acronym. FANBOYS. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. These are coordinating conjunctions.
Okay, so if I have 2 complete sentences, I like tea, I hate coffee, I want to join them.
If you just join them with a comma, that is a crime. I like tea, comma, I hate coffee. That is a comma splice.
The dreaded comma splice.
You must use a comma and a fanboy. I like tea, but I hate coffee. The comma comes before the but.
I studied hard, so I passed the test. Comma before so.
Right. So comma plus fanboy equals good. Just comma equals bad.
Got it. What is rule number 3?
Rule number 3 is for extra information. We call it non-essential information.
This one is subtle. It's like a whisper in the ear.
Yes, if you are describing a noun, but the description isn't necessary to identify who or what it is, you use commas around it.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say I have one brother. My brother, who lives in Paris, is a baker.
Okay.
I only have one brother, so saying who lives in Paris is just extra info. It's not necessary for you to know which brother I mean, so we wrap it in commas.
Okay, makes sense.
But if I say my brother who lives in Paris is a baker, it implies I have another brother who lives somewhere else. Without commas, it becomes essential information to tell the brothers apart.
Wow, that changes the meaning completely, just by removing 2 little squiggles.
Punctuation is powerful.
That is fascinating. Rule number 4?
Rule number 4 is for transitions at the start of a sentence.
Oh, words like however, therefore, well, yes.
Exactly. If you start a sentence with a transition word, you usually put a comma after it. However, I disagree. Yes, I agree.
It gives the word space to breathe.
Exactly. And finally, rule number 5 is for introductory elements before the main subject.
In the morning, yesterday, after the game.
Right. In the morning, I drink coffee. You put a comma after the time phrase to separate it from the main action.
If it rains, I will stay home.
Perfect. So the comma is a busy bee. It does a lot of work.
It really does. But I think once you learn these 5 rules, you have 90% of comma usage mastered.
I agree. And don't worry if you don't memorize them all today. Come back and listen again. Practice is key.
Let's move on to the mark that looks like a period with a hat on.
A hat. That is cute.
It's the semicolon.
The semicolon. People are scared of this one. They think it's too fancy.
It's like the elegant cousin of the period.
But it's actually quite simple. A semicolon is used to join 2 related independent clauses, 2 sentences that are best friends and want to be together.
So they could stand alone as separate sentences.
Yes, I love dogs, they are loyal. You could use a period, but if you use a semicolon, you show the connection is closer. I love dogs, semicolon, they are loyal.
No fanboys needed here.
No, just the semicolon. The strength of the mark holds them together.
And you also use it for complex lists, right? Like if the items have commas inside them.
Yes, we visited Paris, France, semicolon, London, England, semicolon, and Rome, Italy. The semicolons help separate the big items so it doesn't get confusing.
That is very high level. That is advanced user punctuation.
Yes, but it's good to know it exists. Just remember, semicolon connects 2 strong related sentences.
Okay, what about its sister, the colon?
Ah, the colon, the 2 dots stacked on top of each other. This one is all about introduction.
It's like a presenter walking on stage. And now, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a great image. The colon says, here it comes, get ready.
We use it to introduce a list usually.
Yes, I need 3 things, milk, bread, and eggs. Note, you need a full sentence before the colon. You wouldn't say, I need colon, milk, bread, eggs.
Right, that would be wrong.
You also use it to introduce a quote or an explanation. He had one rule, never give up.
There is one thing I know. The sun will rise.
Beautiful. So the colon points forward, the semicolon looks balanced.
What about the marks that go up in the air?
Quotation marks or apostrophes?
Let's talk about apostrophes first. That is a huge mistake area.
Oh yes, the apostrophe. This tiny little floating comma causes so much pain.
It has 2 main jobs. Only 2. If you remember these 2, you are set.
Okay, job number 1.
Possession, showing that something belongs to someone. Amelia's bag, James's car.
Right, but if it's plural, like the dog's bones, the apostrophe goes after the S.
Correct. And if the word is a weird plural, like children, it's children's books.
And the golden rule of apostrophes, never use it for plurals, like apples for sale.
Oh, that drives me crazy. The 1990s. No, the 1990s. No apostrophe.
The greengrocer's apostrophe, that is what they call it.
Okay, job number 2 of the apostrophe.
Contractions, shortening words. Do not becomes don't, I am becomes I'm, cannot becomes can't.
The apostrophe takes the place of the missing letters.
Exactly. So it's versus its. This is the ultimate test.
Oh, the big battle.
It's with an apostrophe is always it is or it has. It's raining.
And its, without an apostrophe, is possession, like his or hers. The dog chased its tail.
If you can replace the word with it is, use the apostrophe. If not, leave it out.
That is a foolproof trick. I love that.
Okay, we covered the heavy hitters. Period, comma, semicolon, colon, apostrophe.
What about the little lines, hyphens, and dashes?
Good question. They look similar but act differently. The hyphen is the small line. It joins words together, like mother-in-law, check-in, well known.
It glues them together to make a compound word.
Exactly. And the dash, usually the M dash, is the long line. It is used for a break in thought or emphasis.
Like is?
Yes, I went to the store, and believe me, it was crowded, to buy milk.
It creates a dramatic pause. It's very conversational.
Yes, it's great for storytelling.
What about parentheses, the round brackets?
Oh, I love parentheses. They're like a little secret side note. You can whisper something to the reader without breaking the flow of the sentence.
My brother, who lives in Paris, is coming to visit.
Yes, it's similar to commas for extra info, but it makes the info even more optional, even more of a whisper.
Or you can use it for numbers or acronyms. The World Health Organization, WHO, is based in Geneva.
Exactly. It keeps the text clean.
We have covered so much today. I feel like my punctuation brain has just had a workout.
A punctuation workout. I like that.
Let's try to bring this down to a practical level. If a student is writing an essay or an email right now, what is the one thing they should watch out for?
Just one? That is hard. But I think it's the comma splice. Remember, don't glue two sentences together with just a comma. Use a period or a semicolon or a comma plus a conjunction.
That is definitely the most common error I see. Fix that and your writing looks 50% better immediately.
And for me, it's the apostrophe. It's versus its. If you can master that, you look like a pro.
Great tips.
I want to add one little thing about tone. Punctuation isn't just about rules, it's about voice.
That's true. If you use ellipses, the 3 dots, it sounds like you are trailing off or hesitating.
Or being mysterious. I saw him and he saw me.
But if you use too many, you sound unsure of yourself. In business, be confident. Use periods.
Yes, be decisive. Thank you, not thank you.
Thank you sounds like you are actually saying, I hate you.
Exactly. Be careful with your digital punctuation. It carries emotional weight.
This has been such a helpful conversation. I feel like looking at a keyboard differently now. I have so much respect for the shift key.
Me too. Every mark has a job. Every mark is there to help you be understood. Use them to your advantage.
And don't be afraid to look up the rules if you are unsure. Even professional writers check punctuation dictionaries.
Absolutely. Nobody knows everything. It's okay to Google it. When to use a semicolon? Google knows.
Google always knows.
Okay, we're coming towards the end of our punctuation masterclass. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick review of the marks we talked about today just to lock them in.
Sounds good. I'll go down the list. First, the period, the full stop. Use it to end a thought.
The comma, the yield sign. Use it for lists, connecting sentences with fanboys, and extra info.
The question mark for direct questions.
The exclamation mark for excitement, but use it sparingly.
The semicolon to connect two best friend sentences.
The colon to introduce a list or a quote. The presenter.
The apostrophe for possession and contractions, not for plurals.
Quotation marks for speech, parentheses for whispers, dashes for drama.
We covered it all.
We did, and now it's time for my favorite part of the episode, where we get to interact with all of you.
Yes, we want to hear from you. Punctuation can be a dry topic, but we know you guys have some funny stories or questions.
So today, we have a fun this or that challenge.
Ooh, I like this. What are the options?
Okay, option A. Do you prefer writing lots of short, simple sentences, like Hemingway, short, punchy, clear?
And option B?
Option B. Do you prefer writing longer, complex sentences with lots of commas and clauses, like Dickens, flowery, descriptive, detailed?
I think I'm a mix, but in emails, definitely option A. I just want the information.
I agree. For business, short is better. But maybe for a story, option B is beautiful. Let us know in the comments. Are you team short sentences or team long sentences? Write A or B below.
And we also have a practice challenge for you. We want you to write one sentence in the comments using a semicolon correctly.
Yes, show off your skills. Use the semicolon to connect two ideas. For example, the rain stopped, semicolon, the sun came out. Or, I love coffee, semicolon, it wakes me up.
If you're brave, try to use the it's versus its rule in a second sentence. Show us you know the difference.
We'll be reading the comments to pick some winners to feature in a future episode, so get creative.
And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really makes a difference.
We love making this show for you, and your support keeps us going. Also, follow us on social media. We post daily quizzes and vocab tips that are great for practicing on the go.
Before we say goodbye, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time to improve your English. It's a journey, and we're honored to be part of it.
That's so sweet, James. I feel the same way. Remember, making mistakes is part of learning. Don't be afraid of punctuation. Use it as a tool to express yourself.
Even if you use a comma in the wrong place today, you'll get it right tomorrow. Keep writing, keep practicing.
And keep listening to Learning English Studio. We have so many more great topics coming up soon.
Next week, we're going to talk about something very useful, how to agree and disagree politely in English. That's going to be a good one.
Oh, I definitely need that one.
Me too. So make sure to tune in next Tuesday.
Okay, everyone. Until then, keep your sentences clear. Keep your commas in check.
And keep smiling.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.